Hey, hey.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I'm
How,
sorry, I was munching on a little snack.
look,
Um,
get the food in, okay?
I'm a little hungry. I'm always hungry though.
Look, we are the foodies and we love it and we want somebody to say something. Who gonna check us, boo?
Okay, who gonna check me, boo? Okay, besides my doctor. But yes, okay. So I was munching, but it's all good. I'm ready now to do this show. We gotta get this in, cause honey, it's Roy and I. And listen, if y'all praying people, but cause no, for real, we try to get our life together. We trying to get our life together. Yo, me, Roy and I, we love doing these recaps together.
We
But
do.
honey, we gotta get the schedule all the way together. And
Hmm.
we promise y'all, because have we doing this on today, on Saturday, and tomorrow the next episode comes.
Listen, what I told the people last week, stay tuned. Just stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
We'll be
Stay
back.
tuned. Stay tuned. But we are going to do better with a schedule. We promise you for the new year, we're going to do better. And we can't announce it yet, but probably once a month. We're going to commit to once a month right now. Roy and I will be doing like a trending topic show together. So
Yes.
we got a lot of good stuff coming up. And all we ask is that y'all hang in there with us. We doing the best we can, okay?
Yes.
With the busy schedule that we both have, but we recapping all the shows that we love. We're gonna recap them together, and y'all know how we do. We're gonna bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
One minute we're gonna be on my channel, next minute we're gonna be on Royaire's channel, and all we ask is that y'all hit the like button on both channels. That's all we asking from y'all, okay? Because we got plans of what we're gonna do next year. Okay, y'all. Let me go ahead, Royaire. I gotta grab this.
Yes. Well, welcome everybody. First of all, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We are here to recap season 9, episode 12 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. This episode is entitled Shake Off the Devil. Now, listen, this has been an amazing season so far. We have 16 episodes this season, so we're not too far from our season finale. Listen, the ladies are doing their jobs. Let me say, the reality TV shows of 2024 this year, they have been clocking in on Bravo. The ladies are clocking in, okay? Giselle and Mia have a whole situation going on that we are going to address in just a moment. But before we get into all that, we want to please let you know that we, as Diva said earlier, we are live on both channels. So make sure you hit the like button on both of our channels. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. Let's see. We have been recapping Married to Medicine on Bravo as well. So if you missed that recap, we recapped that last week. So make sure you go back and rewatch that. As I said, we have been recapping Housewives of Potomac. So we're on episode 12. And then this week, we are committing this week, we are going to finish the last 2 episodes of Tia Mowry. Fix My Life.
Not fix my life. It wasn't called. You are what? You wild.
No, her life need to be fixed. Tia got a
You
lot
wild.
going on. It's a lot going
That's
on.
facts.
And Miss Tia is not being honest about everything that's going on. So we need her to fix her life.
Well, that
But
is
it's called
facts.
Tia Mowry, My Next Act. If that
Yeah.
is what it's really called. And so
Not
we're
fix
going to
my life.
finish off those last 2 episodes. And hopefully she can come back next season, with some truth. We want Tia to practice truth and to be honest with us about what's really going on with your husband, your family, your sister, and everything. But we still love you and we still supporting you from afar. Okay.
Boom.
Um,
Boom. That's what we're
but
doing.
like you said, like I said, we thank you guys for joining us. We are recapping those shows, and we will be recapping Real Housewives of Atlanta when that comes as well. So we have 16 episodes, as I said. We're on episode 12, so about 4 more episodes, and then they will be coming with Real Housewives of Atlanta. So stay tuned with us as we recap these wonderful shows. Like I said, Bravo, Auntie, the people are clocking in this season. They clocking in and doing their jobs.
Clocking in and doing their jobs for sure, for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it.
Yes, before we get into it, let's go ahead and talk about, Mia and Giselle real quick before we, jump too far into this. They are in a face-off. they have had some issues. And so I'm gonna just play this real short clip from Instagram just of exactly what's going on and why the ladies are, in the tizzy that they are currently in right now.
Okay.
You're kind of like lashing out a bit.
Woo! Okay, people. Now, hello everyone who's just now joining us. Thank you so much. Katrina, thank you so much for joining us. Lisa, excuse me, Lawson Blair? Sorry.
Blair.
The Magic, thank you so much. So this is a major issue for me. To me, kids are always off limits. We shouldn't bring up children. I think they didn't sign up for this show. They didn't ask to be on this show. So that is a huge no-no to me. And I don't understand what Mia was thinking when she did this, and said what she said. I don't know if she thought it was going to be cute or be funny or whatever she thought it was going to be. But this was totally inappropriate. And so, one of the issues that they are now having is apparently Mia said that Giselle's girls was, I don't know if we could say that word on YouTube.
Garden holes.
Thank you. That's what she said, that they were streetwalkers, women of the night, pretty much. And so after the comment was made, both of the ladies went to production and begged them not to play that on TV. Here's the thing, Diva, and you say this all the time. The camera can't show what you don't give it.
Woo, child.
You said what you said, Mia. You meant what you said, Mia. And now you need to be held accountable to the highest extent of whatever the case may be. I think it was inappropriate. These girls, as I said, did not ask to be on this show, and let's just say that Giselle did catch them on the Ring camera trying to bring in whoever they may have had. That was not any of your business to share, nor was it on the show for you to share. So pretty much you just didn't have a comeback for Giselle because she was reading your butt, and you didn't have a comeback, so you had to stoop so low to go down to whatever the next lowest level was, which was to talk about her beautiful daughters. Those daughters who just graduated from high school, who are in college, who are doing what they can do to be great citizens of our society. This is totally inappropriate and totally out of line. Your thoughts?
I thought it was horrible. And I thought, how low can you go? And like Giselle said, we don't bring up kids here. Well, we don't. But remember Giselle's friend Robin, she did not invite Wendy kids to the event, but we'll move forward because Robin is gone. But you're not supposed to do the kids like this. But I thought Wendy was doing the kumbaya. But I see Wendy took a chance to give it a dig and pretty much say, well, we'll talk about it when we go further into the thing. She pretty much did a dig and said, oh, when you thought I was trying to do something sideways about your kids, you lost your mind. Now you know for sure that Mia said something about your kids, and you riding the train lightly. That don't make sense. So Giselle is phony, but you know what? We'll move on because she's trying. Mm-hmm. She's trying because she needs her check. But Wendy brought up a very good point.
Yeah.
She couldn't stand Wendy because she thought Wendy gave the side eye or rolled her eyes or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But now you got Mia, who straight up, y'all had to both beg them to cut it out. Straight up called your daughters out of their name, and you rolling the thing lightly with her. I can't. But anywho.
Yeah. This is crazy. It's insane. Real Housewives star Mia Thornton and Giselle Bryant allegedly begged production to edit out scene of Mia calling Giselle's daughters a garden tool. It seems like there was way more than a verbal altercation between Giselle Bryant and Mia Thornton. If you haven't been keeping up with the Real Housewives of Potomac this season, Mia saw Giselle out for allegedly pretending to be perfect online, while her daughters Grace Bryant and her twins Adore and Angel Bryant are actually going wild behind scenes. Mia revealed that the girls were sneaking boys into the back of the house during a trip to the Dominican. Giselle confirmed the allegations were true, but fired back at Mia for bringing her children into their dispute. Well, insiders tell us Mia had much more to say about the podcaster's children than what aired. Allegedly, she called the girls a garden tool while they were filming. Sources tell us that she doubled down, repeating the insult amid Bryant's girls more than once while cameras roll. And that is my biggest issue, Diva. You know, first of all, it's horrible that she said it, but then you doubled down on the cameras and what you said, and then wanted to beg them to take it down after you knew the backlash that you were going to get. That's a problem.
That's the problem. But you know what? That's why we love when the people come here and do this recap with us, because they remind us. But don't forget that Giselle did talk about Monique's child when he was a baby. Whoa. They said, don't forget.
Shout out to because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, she sure did. But kids are off limits.
The rest of Mia's comments, however, did not air because Giselle allegedly begged production to edit them out. Are you shocked by Mia and what she said? Tell them in the comments below. Tell us in the comments below, people. Are y'all shocked by the comment that Mia stated about Giselle's daughters?
And they look like they could be sisters in this picture,
they
right?
Do, right?
Beautiful
women. Beautiful women with beautiful children. Y'all don't have nothing else to talk about other than each other, the one's children. It's just too much for me. Way too much.
Too much.
But people, leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section about that situation. That is truly, truly sad. You know, hopefully, you know, I don't know how Giselle and Mia are going to move past this. In a recent podcast in a recent interview on The Breakfast Club, Giselle did address this issue, and she did make the statement that Mia is dead to her.
Woo! Well, you know what, Royaire, all jokes aside, if you want to mess and talk about my kids, then you're going to be dead to me too.
Listen.
You're going to be dead to me. Not my kids. And then you're going to try, listen, all teenagers go through stuff, okay? And they like boys, okay, so what? But you going to sit there and say a whole bunch of stuff about them online and what I post online. No, that's right. Everybody kid is perfect in their eyes.
And last I checked, I believe Mia had her first baby at 16, correct?
Okay.
Oh.
So let's move forward.
Let's move forward. Well, like I said, y'all, make sure you hit that like button on both channels. We are live on both channels. We thank you so much for joining us. We are here recapping Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 12, Shake Off the Devil. You want to get us started, Auntie? You want me to
Let's shake off the devil. Well, you know, go ahead and then I'll chime in since we got
so we are picking up from the Love Lagoon party from episode 11 at the end, you know, and so Karen has come together to bring the love, to share the joy. You know, Ray is excited about the mermaids. He's glad to be here with all the friends. All the ladies have showed up. We're sitting in a circle, sharing with one another, answering questions. And so there's a surprise at the back gate. Well, who is that surprise? It is Miss Jacqueline, Mia's bestie, who has showed up with 8 balloons. Now, supposedly these 8 balloons are supposed to be representing the 8 charges that Karen received from the accident that recently just happened. Now, Jacqueline said that she wanted to bring love and light to the party with the balloons and to lift the heavy weight off of Karen that she has been carrying from these charges. And she decided to pass the 8 balloons out to the ladies so that they can release the balloons in the air. Karen got up and told Jacqueline to leave the party right now before she hits 911, okay? Because you are trespassing. Look, breaking and entering, okay?
911.
All the ladies loved the shade. The jaws were dropped and they were in complete disarray, okay? Jacqueline and Ray, after Karen put her out, walked out together with his arms wrapped around Jacqueline and said, listen, it's okay. You're just not welcome here at this point. And so Karen had to tell Ray, get your hands off of that pussy. your hands off. Jacqueline went
Ray is touchy-feely.
Touchy-feely, honey. He got it's giving Michael, okay? Michael is the same way, so be careful, Ray, all right? Now, Jacqueline went and stood in the street with Mia, and so, you know, she said that she doesn't have to go anywhere. This is public property. Mia said you can't even put someone out of a house that they don't belong. They're renting this place, so don't worry, you're all good. Ray went back to the party, you know, to catch the mermaids getting out of the water. They have seemed to lost their tails, but Ray is still turned on and ready for them to get in and take a swim. Mia comes back to the event, the Love Lagoon, and so she tries to talk to Karen, but Karen said that she doesn't want to hear it. This was disrespectful, and she told Mia to immediately go on with that BS, okay? She is not here for it. The ladies went back to the table. You know, we completed the Love Lagoon. Karen thanked everybody for coming. You know, she wished Jacqueline well travels home. Stacy asked Jacqueline, did she know that Mia was coming to, Stacy asked Mia, did she know that Jacqueline was coming to this event? Mia said that, you know, she did receive a text message saying that Jacqueline was in the neighborhood, you know, and she said that I can't stop you from showing up. If you want to come, come. If not, whatever. Stacy said, how are you going to come to a love event bringing 8 balloons representing the 8 citations and then say that you're coming in love and peace? Giselle said that she missed the whole announcement, which I don't believe, but Giselle said that she didn't hear about the 8 citations, but she was rooting for Mia and Jacqueline. She was rooting for them. Karen gave out hearts, you know, to represent, you know, the Love Lagoon. You know, she said that she knew that everyone's heart was going to be tested at this event. And so she had to bring out the hearts to bring the love back in the room. They did have ice cream, so if you're lactose intolerant, don't eat. Mia was twerking in the pool. Wendy said, hey, boo, look at Mia. Don't look at Mia. That was pretty much the end of that scene. Auntie, your thoughts and opinions on the final part 2 of the Love Lagoon.
Well, that was epic. The part 2 of Love Lagoon was everything, okay? Now she's coming in with 8 balloons for the 8 citations, and you want to release them in the air so she can let this thing go, okay? Come on, Jacqueline. You know, Jacqueline, I'm feeling for Jacqueline because in terms of the other girls and everything that's going on, she just doesn't seem to have the funds. Jacqueline, every time she dressed, it's challenged.
Yes.
She's giving Giselle season 1 with the clothing, right? She just can't get the clothing together, okay? Yeah. So, but Ray, I love Ray because he's sweet at heart. He's just a sweetheart. He reminds me of a lot of my dad and how my dad was you know, my dad was he's very friendly with the ladies. Mm-hmm. He was very, you know, touchy-feely. And Ray, God rest his soul. God rest his soul. And Ray walked her out and had his hands around her to let her know, listen, it's okay, but I got to roll with my wife. My wife wants you out of here. Let me walk you back and make sure you get safely to the car. And Karen saw her. She said, Ray.
Karen said, we ain't playing that bull today. Get your hands off that lady. Get your hands off that homewrecker.
Okay. So, you know, he said, okay, he turned around. He didn't really know what to do because he wanted to see them all the way to the car, to the street or whatever. And then when he heard Karen's voice, he started to turn around. But when he turned around, when he went back in, you notice he went over to the mermaids. He said, oh, somebody lost their tail. The mermaid tail. And they said, listen, we've been in this pool for a long time. We tired, we out. He said, man, I'm sorry this debacle happened because I was going to get in the pool with y'all. Ray got to calm down.
And normally my foot would be on Ray's neck, but because of the situation a couple weeks ago,
because how he handled that DUI, DWI, whatever Karen got herself into, Ray, we loving Ray. We giving him all kind of passes, okay?
He said, somebody running you off the road, right?
I'm gonna need
her. You just had a few beers, right? Just a few.
I'm gonna need her to not talk right now. And because he knew her license probably was all jacked up, suspended, whatever, he said, "Can I just give you my license?" That's a husband. That's a husband.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Ray
Ray.
Shout out to Ray Ray. So yeah, he wanted to get in the pool and swim with the mermaids. I said, Ray, you doing too much. He doing too much. But you know, when they were sitting down and the dinner was coming, was the salmon ready, whatever the case may be? Poor Kiara, whatever you know her name is, she was sitting there with her man, and he was just eating. If I can't eat nothing and my man sitting there stuffing his mouth, I'm gonna give him the side eye. She was like, "Does this pasta have cheese in it?" She said, and Karen was like, "Yeah." She said, "Okay." And this got cheese in it too. And Karen was like, "Yeah." So she said, "I guess no food for me." So Kiara just straight up couldn't eat. I felt bad for her. And, you know, it is what it is. Now, Mia loved to throw shade, but meantime, she's in rented property herself, too. Like, I mean, what we doing, Mia? You're not the one to be trying to throw shade here because you don't own nothing yourself either, okay? And you was foolish spending all that money on the hardwood floors in a rented property. And you want to talk about Karen and Ray Ray renting? No, Mia, go sit down somewhere. Not feeling you like that. Now, listen, Royaire, let's be clear because they asked me, did you know Jacqueline was coming? If I knew you was or were not coming, when the people asked me, I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't speak to Royaire. I don't know how he got here. Okay. I'm not going to be diming you out either. So on that note, I wasn't mad at Mia. They wanted to know how Mia got the address, how she happened to be in the neighborhood. Mia was sitting there like, I don't know. Okay, she know good and well that she set that whole thing up because listen, this is really no shade. This is just talking the truth for how I see it. Jacqueline, she rode the short bus. Jacqueline is not all there. She can't put 2 and 2 together. Okay, 1 and 1 for her equals 3, not 2. She's a
look, not 265 days a year.
Jacqueline she's gone. She's gone. I don't know what's wrong with Jacqueline, but she ain't all there. She ain't all right. So no, she couldn't have came there with no April because she didn't even know how to say the script right. She was probably Mia should have put a piece in her ear. You know how to
not an earpiece.
An earpiece. So she could tell Jacqueline what to say. I swear to goodness, every time Jacqueline speaks, it seems so rehearsed. She's a mess. But she needs this check because she is pregnant with child number 3. She needs this job. So I don't know what to do with Jacqueline right now. But I'm gonna need her to step up again. But Kiara was mad. You know, that whole thing, but I was here for it. And I was here for the men being there at the Love Lagoon. So although the first part I was sick of all the sex talk, part 2 of the Love Lagoon, bravo. And listen, and I like the heart. Isn't it ironic though? She bought them heart balloons and at the end they had heart. They had the heart cookies and the heart ice cream, you know, cookie or whatever it was that they had. I was here for, but then when Mia got in the pool and Wendy was like, "Look at me," and then Eddie took a look and she said, "No, I mean, look at me and don't look at me." Yo, let me tell you this right here. Hands down, the best, most fun couple that really seems to love each other is Wendy and her husband.
Oh my God. I love them so much. You know, I've always been a big fan of Wendy. I always hold Wendy down. I just recently started following her on Instagram, and their Christmas pictures were beautiful. Their children are so beautiful. And like you said, you can really tell that they are in love and happy together. They really enjoy their relationship. So yeah, shout out to Wendy and Eddie.
They like each other. They actually like each other. You could tell because she was joking. She said, "No, look at me." She said, "No, don't look at me." Me and that fool twerking that big old booty, and Stacy was all impressed. She's like, "How's she doing that?" Stacy, you know what? Stacey is another one. I like Stacey. I want Stacey to come back next season, but Stacey is just about as ditzy as they come.
Yeah.
And listen, if you pray in person, pray for Stacey, because when this divorce goes through, I'm confident, unfortunately, the husband's going to leave her with zilch, and he's taking. That husband ain't leaving her with no money, Royaire. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I'm concerned.
I'm concerned. And he's taking, what's her name? Arabella?
Yeah, Arabella.
Beautiful girl. Beautiful name. But he's taking Arabella with him. He is. Because he ain't going to pay no child support. Good luck, Stacey. And guess what? And her best friend, TJ, he ain't going to lend her a pillow, a blanket, a plate, a fork, or a knife. Yo, TJ is trash.
Hell, TJ living pillow to post, so he can't. Oh my God.
Well, then there's that.
I really feel that this is Stacey's first time really being around
the sister girls.
Yes. And she's learning so much, she's getting into the things. And so I would love to see Stacey return for next season. As you said, I'm not sure about this whole divorce situation. I don't know, she told us that she hasn't she hasn't paid bills in 15 years. She didn't know stuff was in her name that was in her name. She, this on and off, swapping parent time with Arabella. I don't know what this is going to look like. And I'm very, very, very concerned for Stacey. So I think it is best that we give Stacey. Oh my God, I love y'all. Pillow to post, okay, baby, pillow to post.
Oh my God! All right, guys.
So yes, shout out to Stacey. Hopefully, she can figure that out. As you said, Diva, if you pull up to the party, I don't know nothing. I didn't see you. We ain't had no text. We had not talked. I don't know nothing. So, but I do agree with the comment that one of the ladies made. I want to say it was maybe Giselle. That Mia just seems to be the sidekick and ready to do. It was Karen. She's the sidekick and she's ready to do Mia's dirty work whenever Mia doesn't want to do it. And that's truly the role that I see Jacqueline playing on this show. I don't see Jacqueline really being a real friend to the show. I don't see her, receiving a flute from the show. So, we're going to have to send up our prayers for Jacqueline because I really don't want to see her next season. And like you said, she's got a baby on the way. So I don't know. I really, really don't know. But shout out to the last scene of the Love Lagoon. That was amazing. Y'all set it off. Y'all did y'all thing. Karen, she said, you better get out before I call the 911. Okay. She was not playing. So
Karen is so dramatic.
It's so extra and so dramatic. And we'll talk about that extra dramaticness as we get towards the end of this episode.
Yes.
So moving on to the next scene, the ladies are preparing to go to Panama. We're headed out to the airport. Wendy is at home with Eddie and Cameron. She's asking Cameron or telling Cameron, I'm going to be gone in Panama for a few days. So I need you to help take care of your dad and your siblings. Listen, Cameron seems like the type of girl, she's on her own time. She don't have time for nobody else. So y'all got to take care of yourselves. Mia is getting packed up and ready with her daughter. She's arranged the kids to go be with the nanny while she is away in Panama. And then Ashley is, just fluttered up with Josh. She loves Josh. She's into Josh. Her and Josh are spending a lot of time together. So, going to the airport, Josh dropped her off at the airport the next morning as they were getting ready to leave for Panama. She is really booed up with this man. They've only known each other, as far as the episode's concerned. This is the second episode that they have known each other. They met each other at my words are confusing me, at the the dating event thing, the whatever you call it, the dating thing. Somebody put it down in the chat. Thank you. But they met each other at the dating thing, you know, and so they've been going strong ever since. Ashley meets Jacqueline first, you know, and they do a little inappropriate racial gesture as they're heading to Panama. They said, let's not do that again. Karen shows up. She greets Ashley and she ignores Jacqueline. Wendy comes in. She greets everyone. Wendy says that, you know, she has zero expectations for any relationships being mended on this trip, you know, so, you know, she choosing chaos. She's rolling with the chaos. Speed dating. Thank you, Lexi. That is where Josh and Ashley met, on the speed dating event. Giselle shows up. She greets all the ladies, you know, along with Stacy. Now, Giselle is, you know, in her feelings because she is now realizing everything that happened with this balloon situation. And so Giselle does not agree with it, you know, and Karen says it's time for us to give these girls the OG check. It's time to check their behinds. We got to let them know who's in charge and who really run this game. Mia shows up last. Now the rest of the ladies went on. Ashley did wait around with Jacqueline for Mia to show up. We land in Panama. It is a beautiful scenery, beautiful city. The ladies get on the bus with everyone. You know, they have a 2-hour ride to get to the resort. So, you know, we get on the bus, we're packed up. There are 3 villas that the ladies will be rooming in. Everybody will get their own rooms at the resort as we are headed there. Stacy, while we're in the car, she asks Karen, was she happy with her Love Lagoon event? Karen said she was very pleased with everything that, you know, took place, except for, you know, this Jacqueline situation. She ain't happy about that, but, you know, she's going to deal with it accordingly. Ashley does feel that the chemistry, you know, between Stacy and TJ is a little off. You know, Karen opens up and says that you're giving us confusion, Stacy. When you first brought around TJ, you know, he was your boo thing. Y'all was all in love. He was your next lover. He was supposed to be that guy. And now, you know, we're confused about exactly your shot today. You know, they're confused about the relationship that Stacy and TJ has. You know, Stacy said it's giving a little haterade-ish, you know, it's left concern, you know, but she thinks that the ladies need to focus on their relationships or the lack thereof. Ashley shares on the bus that she's really into Josh. You know, they have been, you know, together pretty much every day since the day that they've met. He stayed the night before after they went to dinner, and he dropped her off at the airport because he wanted to give her a kiss goodbye. I'm going to throw the scene in as well. The ladies arrive to the villa. It's beautiful. The ladies are welcomed with beautiful dancing from the village people. Isabel greets them and takes the ladies to their villa. There are 3 villas. Villa number 25, which is the first villa, is going to be Wendy's villa, and she's going to be sharing that home with Kay and Mia. Villa 24 is going to be Ashley, Karen, and Jacqueline. Now, Karen was not too pleased that Wendy chose to put Jacqueline in her group, but Wendy said she chose chaos this trip. So we're going to see how that turns out. And then in the last villa, we have Giselle and Stacy. Now, Giselle is not too happy to be rooming with Stacy because Stacy has a lot of energy. Giselle, you know, she's on that energy when the camera's on and ready, but when it's off, Giselle want to be laid back, chilling. She don't want to be doing all of that. So, you know, all the ladies go to their rooms. Giselle, you know, she had to check out both of the rooms because she is an OG and she was determined to get the best room out of this trip. Now, she did end up picking Stacy's room, so Stacy had to get out and move on to the next. Karen decided that she was going to have to climb the stairs every night to stay away from Jacqueline, so she chose the room upstairs in Villa 24. That was showing up to the airport and getting to the villa. Your thoughts and opinions on those 2 scenes?
Okay, so I love the get ready scenes, right? Quick little snippets, like we're getting ready to go. Mia, oh my God, I love all the children on all of these shows. There's not one that I don't think is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. I love seeing the kids, right? Her daughter, honey, that is a G all day long. She is freaking adorable.
Yes.
Mia dresses her so nicely. Beautiful family. I hate to see like what she's doing to her family, on this show, but beautiful family. And there's a cute scene with her and the daughter and her packing to go on this trip. All of them with their packing and everything going. Nice scene. Meet up at the airport. I like it. Karen said, "No, we the OGs, and we're gonna have to teach these chicks how it's done. We gotta ring them in, okay, and let them know that we what's up. We the OGs." And I know that's right, because I'm an OG myself, so I appreciated the comment and let the people know y'all better gather yourselves, okay. We show some respect to the OGs. So she was like, and see, this tells you that Jacqueline just doesn't know what to say and what to do. Because she was like, yeah, at least I got a best friend, Jacqueline. Every time you open your mouth, you sound silly, you look silly, and it serves no purpose to any scene that she's ever in. Okay. Of course, TJ, TJ won't even drop her off at the airport. He won't give her a biscuit if she's hungry. I do not like TJ at all, but that is what it is. And whatever that is, it is. And whatever she's doing, if she needed TJ so she could be on this show because she needed that check, then I'm going to let her slide with that. I'm going to say, go ahead and get your check, girl. And I guess deal with TJ and his nonsense. So, so they meet up at the airport and all of that. And, Karen is still throwing shade towards Jacqueline's way, right? Kiera, I don't even know what purpose she's really serving either. I'm feeling like Royaire, they let her come back because she got a beat down on last season, and they felt like, okay, we don't want her suing us, so let's just bring her back and let her, come back and get a little check, and hopefully she won't sue us. But other than that, she's not giving us nothing extra to the scene, nothing added. It's just it is what it is with her. Listen, when I watch these shows and they go on their trips, I always write it down like, oh my God, I want to go there. I want to visit that place because it looks like so much fun. But a 2-hour ride to the resort from the airport is like a woo.
Whoa.
2-hour ride. So, that was a lot.
That was a lot. And put me on the plane. I'm good.
That's a whole other plane ride. You like that's a whole nother plane ride, 2-hour ride. So the 2-hour ride to the villa, and the ride was, the ride was what it was. They stay on Stacey neck with this TJ thing. And Karen didn't tell the truth though. Like one minute you was telling us you was in love with this man. Now this man's talking about y'all just friends. Like this thing is all over the place. We're all confused. I want to go to TJ's Instagram and tell us what's really good. But I guess maybe we'll see at the reunion. I don't know. Now, what is it done? Ashley already given up the cookies?
Child, are you surprised?
And she talked about she in love.
She hasn't felt like this since she was with her husband.
Ashley.
Let me tell you something, Ashley. If you're getting the same feelings that you got when you got with your husband, you need to run to the quickest exit.
And listen, Josh is a cutie pie. Josh seems so mature for his age. But listen, I ain't mad at him. She gave it up, he took it. And he put it on her because she is all over the place already. Even in her confessional, I'm like, girl, damn, calm down. You just met him yesterday. Like,
oh my God.
She literally just met him yesterday. See, that is why people take sex lightly, right? Listen, we got to have a whole conversation about that one day, if YouTube doesn't censor us. And I'm talking about in a very mature adult way. It's soul ties. It's a lot you're exchanging when you lay down in the bed with somebody. You got to calm yourself down because you see already she is hooked, sank, and she's done. Listen, I like Josh, but I'm getting the feeling that although he was saying he's okay with somebody having 2 kids, I didn't think that he was okay with that.
Josh don't want to be nobody daddy. Not in that way anyway.
No, he does not. He does not. And then what else happened on that splinter that I wanted to talk about?
Let's see. We talked about Stacey and TJ. Right. Karen opened up about how she felt about, their relationship.
I think that might have been really it.
Yeah,
That might have really been it. So then, with the villas, I like the fact that everybody's getting their own room. When I saw the villa, like when they pulled up, I was like, "Oh, this place looks really good. It looks really nice." When I saw the rooms, I thought they was okay. I didn't see anything spectacular. I was like, okay, villa number 24, 25, and 26. I was like, no, okay, it wasn't anything. So that made me say, okay, I don't really know if the 2-hour ride was worth it, but okay, we still got more to see. Because I was like, I did not see anything that spectacular and great in terms of the resorts and the rooms that they all got. But I do like the fact that they all got their own room. The way that and listen, Wendy said it. She said, "Am I being messy?" She said, "Absolutely, I am." With who she put together.
She chose chaos.
Yeah, she chose chaos. She chose a mess. Okay. Karen and Jacqueline in the same villa. Stacy and Giselle. And listen, we're gonna see how this thing goes. But so far, I'm liking it, and I like the whole separate villa things, and I like the way this thing is set up and the activities. The little greeting of them coming to the villa. Very nice. Yeah,
it was very nice. I definitely enjoyed it. Like you said, the setup was everything. Did you hear Mia saying that she, wanted to say that she was very proud of the ladies because they're handling their divorces so gracefully?
Splendor. Mia is making a mockery of G's diagnosis.
Say it. Come on.
Every time she want to turn around and talk about, oh, he's manic. One day he's this, one day he's that. But girlfriend, he been that since the moment y'all stepped onto the Real Housewives of Potomac. So why now?
It's a sympathy ploy, and I'm not here for it. It's a sympathy ploy. I don't like it.
And even though we talk about this when we talk about you, I'm proud of you, Ashley. Girl, bye. Me. I hate that. Listen, K Mocha. I don't mean to be fresh, but I'm with you on that. She's a clown. She's a clown. A clown running a whole circus, I'm saying Mia, and Jacqueline is her sidekick. She a clown running a whole circus. And when she told Jacqueline to jump, Jacqueline say, "How high?"
Mia is the wrangler.
It shows up. She told Jacqueline, "I need your sister to watch your kids." So she punking Jacqueline and her sister. She told Jacqueline, "I need your sister to watch your kids," and Jacqueline said, "Okay, let me give her a call right now. Come on now, please." She stood in that house and said that she was going to she arranged for the nanny to take care of the kids. But meantime, back at the ranch, we find out later that the kids is with Mia's sister. And G came over there and we'll get there.
Well, yeah.
Honey.
So let's get into it that way. Let's get into it.
Yes, go ahead.
So we are at the first dinner event. All the ladies have showed up. We've gotten our rooms. We've chose our rooms. We've gotten dressed, and so we are showing up to our first dinner. The ladies, come in, and there is dancing and festivities going on. There's a devil, at this dancing, dinner. And so he is dancing, along with, Miss Karen. He has found a likeness in Karen. And so he is dancing with her and giving her the business. Okay. So the ladies come in, they sit down, and we have conversation. Karen said that, it was because of Jacqueline that the devil came over to dance with her, that the devil felt the vibes. And so, she had to shake the devil off, and get it off of her. And it represented that there was some mess getting ready to go down in this room. Now, Giselle said that it was wrong for Jacqueline to show up to Karen's event, in regards with the 8 balloons, with the 8 citations, and she felt that it was inappropriate. Ashley said, Giselle must have forgotten when we showed up to Karen's house, with the pizza to see if they were still living at the same address. Jacqueline, opened up and said, well, I came with the 8 balloons that represented the citations, and I wanted to let you guys know what I was really there for, but you guys cut me off. She said that, and she did say this at the party, so I don't know what they missed, but She brought the balloons because she wanted to lift the heavy weight off of Karen that had been weighing down on her. She said that her and Karen have built, a relationship over the years. And, she really, wanted to be there to support Karen, and just kind of help her get through this moment. They've had some issues, and she was hoping that this would be kind of a peacemaker for her and Karen. But that is not how it turned out. Well, Karen decided to put her Grand Dame hat on. And so Karen stated, she takes her safety and her security seriously. And when you showed up to her house, this was breaking and entering. This was trespassing. She takes these things very serious because she loves her family and her husband. And she has filed charges. And they are pending against Jacqueline for breaking and entering and for affecting the global warming by releasing balloons in the air. That is a problem for our global warming. They don't want us doing that anymore. And so the ladies had to remind Karen, well, Karen, you just did that for your parents just a few years ago. Karen, said that the charges pending were a sensitive issue. Jacqueline knows that it was a sensitive issue and that she had no goodwill in coming with the 8 balloons. Karen, is really in her feelings about all of this that is going on. She did not confirm that her and Jacqueline have a friendship or not. So to me, in my eyes, y'all don't have no friendship or connection. Mia, let's see. Mia said that it could have been worse, but, she tried to come in with her best intentions. Let's see. Karen said that the charges are pending. Said that already.
Oh, wait, Royaire. A big clown.
Not a Bigfoot clown. Jackie and Jack in the Box. Mia said that it could have been worse. Jacqueline apologized and said it wasn't supposed to be a stunt. She was coming, to apologize and fix things with her and Karen. Mm-hmm. Now, Stacey asked Jacqueline, she asked Mia, did you give the address to Jacqueline to show up? And Mia said she did not. She said again, as we said earlier, Jacqueline was in the area. She told her that she may be coming, and she said, I can't stop her. Well, in the midst of, Mia getting her issues, off her chest in regards to that manner, Giselle decided to speak up. And so Giselle said, well, Mia, since we're talking about, situations, let's talk about, how you brought up my kids. Giselle said that one thing with this group is that kids are off limits. And the fact that you spoke on my daughter's sneaking boys in the house while we were away in the Dominican, it was wrong and out of line. Giselle said, however, I choose to portray my kids online is my business and my business alone. Mia then doubled down on her comment about Giselle's kids. You know that you brought those kids were caught bringing in boys at the back door. You said it. Giselle said, we did not have a conversation about that. Mia said, yes, we did. Giselle said, well, when did we have the conversation? Because we did not have that conversation. Well, then Wendy jumped in and said, well, Giselle, I got to call you out because I remember last year on that same trip, you thought that I was saying something negative about your girls when I made a face when you were making a comment. Now, you did not hold Mia to the same fire that you holding me to. And I want to know why. Giselle said, listen, I cannot compare the two situations because at the time we were not talking. We were not friends. And so it was what it was. Mia wanted, the ladies to have pity for her, so she started talking about Gordon again and his manic behavior and how she's been in this marriage dealing with his behavior. And so she's doing the best that she can with her children, her friends, and her relationships. Giselle said, we'll come back to this conversation. That was pretty much the ending of that dinner. Your thoughts on that before we move into this last scene?
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was
high level mess.
High level mess. I mean, I don't even know where to begin in with this particular scene. It was messy. I do feel like they did miss out on a very important piece about what she said with the balloons. Let's be clear. She came there to be messy. That's a point blank in the period. Karen be doing too much, talking about I'm thinking about filing trespassing charges and all of this. Karen, she the most. Like, the girl, with you got charges that was pending against you. The last thing you should be trying to tell somebody about some charges and what you're about to do and not do when you was begging for grace and mercy with your whole DWI, DUI, whatever the case was. Okay. So that's with that. Giselle getting in it and defending Karen was interesting. Okay. I thought Mia did try to explain herself well. Mia is doing not Mia. Jacqueline did try to explain herself well. Jacqueline is doing Mia's bid, and it's not going well for her. I wish Jacqueline would be herself and see how that turns out, and maybe she'll end up liking that, and maybe she won't seem so awkward. But I think the reason why she seems so awkward is because she's trying to do what Mia tells her to do. Mia is always going to bounce back to the sympathy card of the Gordon and his diagnosis. So, of course, she shut everybody down, so to speak, right? Because what are you going to tell somebody when they're telling you that because of this diagnosis, that's is why I'm acting the way I acted, whatever else the case may be. Now, a point goes to Wendy, hands down. She called Giselle out, but Giselle want to play it off talking about, because I wasn't speaking to you then. But you and Mia was supposed to be friends. So why wouldn't you be more mad at a friend who's saying something about your kid that you confided in versus somebody that you mad at? Giselle is full of crap. And Wendy called a spade like it was.
Yeah, she called it out.
She called it out.
As she should have. Let's talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it all. Because she was wrong. And, like you said, I don't understand why you always have all this energy for Wendy. And Wendy don't even really do stuff like that for real. No. But when it comes to the other ladies, you have a lot of grace and mercy for them. And that's a problem. And I'm glad that Wendy stuck up, and said something. Something needed to be said and it needed to be addressed. And Giselle really couldn't address the situation because she knew she was wrong, and that's why she came with I can't compare the two. No, ma'am. It's the same. These are the same daughters, the same issues. And Wendy didn't even say anything about your daughters. Mia has said something. And it wasn't even something that she said something light. She said something heavy. And then double down on what she said. That's a problem.
Down.
That's a problem.
Double down. Did she not? She
like in real time, Giselle does really have that issue with Mia now. But I would have loved to see that on camera this season. I would have loved to see that. Rumors Mia went to Giselle.
Sorry. Don't forget, Karen also told Candace that she would have pressed charges on Monique. So Karen stays saying she's going to call the police. Hadn't changed.
Well. That dinner was very interesting. As you said, listen, and not Jacqueline tried to school the girls talking about, well, I'm pretty sure all of you have at least a high school graduate education. Ma'am, do you have a high school education? Because these balloons for these 8 citations, that's middle school level stuff that you doing. Childish, inappropriate.
I can't with Mia.
Yes, cute.
I keep mixing up Mia and Jacqueline.
Exactly.
I cannot.
They're one. They really are one. As they said, she is just doing Mia's dirty work. She's doing Mia's dirty work.
You are correct. And they want, listen.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess. So, last thing, y'all remember to hit that like button on both channels. We are live. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and notification bells on all. We appreciate y'all for joining us. So we're going into this last scene at the breakfast with the ladies. You know, Jacqueline's one of the first people up. She's up trying to take pictures of herself and get cute. She asks one of the help to, you know, if they could come out and take some pictures for her. Well, while he was outside, you know, I believe, you know, Jacqueline seen Karen out there and was trying to make a little amends. So she went out there. You know, Ashley peeked out the door and said, well, why don't you have Karen take your picture? Karen volunteered and got up to take the picture. You know, she tried to do her best. And so Mia said, this is probably going to be the worst picture ever, but I know how to fix it. No worries. Then Ashley came out and helped take the picture. You know, Karen said it would be a better picture once, you know, Jacqueline stops wearing Fashion Nova outfits. You know, it'll be better. All of the ladies come and sit around at the table with Karen. You know, yet again, Jacqueline has to pull up a chair, being the oddball out, you know, to, you know, come and take a seat. Wendy comes outside with a bag with the ladies' names on it, with little just gifts and items for the ladies. Let me say, Wendy is being a wonderful host on this trip. It's been a great trip thus far. She's doing a really, really good job. So shout out to Wendy. All the ladies got their own rooms. They got their own bags. You know, everybody seems to be pretty satisfied on this trip so far. Wendy shares with the ladies that they are going into the city today to shop for a rum tasting and for lunch. Now, while all the ladies are at the breakfast table, there is one individual missing, and that individual is Mia. Now, Mia is in a whole panic as the children are missing from the alleged nanny. Well, come to find out, as Diva said earlier, they're over at Jacqueline's sister's house. Well, Gordon was not pleased with that kind of behavior. And so he went and picked up the kids, took them to another state, and dropped them off and went on about his business. And so Mia is in a whole panic attack trying to figure out where the children are, what Gordon has done to them, and how she's going to get them back. Mind you, Gordon is not answering the phone because he don't have nothing to do with it. That is the end of season 9, episode 12 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Shake the devil off. Auntie, your final thoughts and opinions on this last scene.
Shake the devil off. Listen, let me tell you something. Gordon is Gordon. Both Mia and Gordon are stunt queens and kings, okay? Oh, yeah. They love the stunts. The stunts, okay? So Mia pull one, and then Gordon pulls one too. And but he's messy though to say he wants the kids, but then he picks up the kids and doesn't keep the kids with him. He drops them all to the nanny that he wants them to be with, okay? He's real messy for that. But I'm not one to say my son got a cell phone at the age 10, double digits, right? And if I would change things, I probably would give it to him later. But I will say this. Once you have a couple that are no longer together and they got a co-parent, I think it is a good idea, unfortunately, for the children to have their own cell phones. Yes. So that way you don't have to deal with your ex-mate as much. You could text your kid yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You could text your kid. You could say, good, you are right. They could text you, say, listen, mommy, daddy came, picked us up and dropped us over at the old babysitter or whatever the case may be. So on that note, that would be my suggestion is at that point, give the kids, you know, a cell phone. And that's probably what they need to do. She need to get the kids a cell phone. So here it is right now. She's in the pickle because she's no longer with Gordon. And he ain't playing with her like that. So she can't just go on these cash trips and all is well. And that's another reason why she has Jacqueline around, right? And Jacqueline's sister, shout out to Jacqueline's sister. Did we ever see her before? Because, honey, Jacqueline's sister, she the babysitter of the year. Because now she didn't just have Mia's kids, she had Jacqueline kids too.
Not 5 children altogether.
And what if the sister got some? What a full house that was, right? And then on top of that, Jacqueline got the nerve to be about to pop out another kid, knowing she didn't have the resources for the 2 that she already got. Because PP don't play child support like that. But I digress. If Jacqueline's okay with it, then hey, I guess I'll be fine with it too. Okay. So that's that with Jacqueline and that whole scene. I thought what I like about the Grand Dame, what I like about Karen is she know how to be mad when she's mad, and she know how to give it up when she need to give it up. She said, give me the phone. I'll take the picture. Then she took some old raggedy picture that needed to be taken over anyway. And then she gonna talk about the girl in her Fashion Nova outfits. Listen, Karen is Karen, and you gotta give it up to Karen. But I will do this for you, Royaire. You are correct. When it comes to hosting, Wendy is doing the darn thing. She came out with a bag for everybody. And I'm not a drinker, but I do know that alcohol costs money.
Yeah.
And everybody had a bottle of rum in their bag. Now, what did she give Karen though?
You messy. You are so messy.
I'm just trying to say Karen did not need no rum in her bag.
You are so messy for that.
Listen, I'm asking for a friend.
Not an observation.
Observation, honey. I was like, oh, what did she give? What did she give? What beverage did she put? Come on, Katrina, sparkling water, holla. Okay, she gave Karen some sparkling water. Okay, so I was just checking. Okay, yeah, I'm loving Wendy this season. Yes. Also, I think when I'm gonna be honest with you, I think when you around so much negative energy, it's hard to stay above the negativity. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes. So it was a lot of darkness when Robin was still there. It was a lot of darkness when Candace was still there.
Yeah.
So it brought the whole cast down into darkness, and everybody was just in the gutter. And it's now like when you got the bubbly Stacey. I mean, and Stacey, a lot has been done to her and said about Stacey so far in the show, but Stacey is still like la 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 la.
I don't even think Stacey know these ladies been talking trash about her until now that everything is kind of playing out. So it's going to be interesting to see how this reunion rolls out, where the status of her and TJ's relationship is, how she feels about all of the ladies. I'm curious. This reunion is going to be really, 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 really good. Unfortunately, everybody has had something not so positive to say about Karen's situation. This is going to be an interesting reunion. It really, really is. I think Ashley has kind of played an even keel this season, so she may be safe. But Giselle, Mia, Karen, it's going to be interesting. I know that Wendy and Karen have a pretty good relationship. I'm really curious of how Karen felt in regards to Wendy's comment about if Karen is found guilty, she's going to have to look at Karen a little bit differently. That was said earlier this season. So I'm really curious, now that a guilty verdict has come out, what Wendy's thoughts and opinions are going to be about Karen in this reunion. This is going to be a really interesting reunion. So much has happened, with Mia and this situation with the men and the dads, and it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in the Real Housewives of Potomac. But overall, I have truly enjoyed this season. Everybody has been clocking in, doing their part, and it's been a great season overall. Shout out to season 9. It's been really good.
Shout out to season 9. It has been really good. Everybody definitely has been clocking in. I'm definitely enjoying it. Mia at the end almost having her nervous breakdown, not knowing like where the kids are, and Jacqueline just sitting there looking dumbfounded, talking about child. I guess we need Jacqueline too in her absent-minded self. I mean, but it's really interesting. It's really a good show. But I do know this because I saw in real time that they got a chat with Mia at this reunion. They claiming that she got a lot to answer to. So Mia's going to get the business at this reunion. But definitely, I'm enjoying the show.
Yes, this has been an amazing season. I truly believe, Mia does have a lot to answer for. We got 2 men. We got an alleged one that may be the baby daddy of another child, one of your children. You saying stuff about Karen, you're saying stuff about Giselle's children. I mean, Mia has a lot to answer for. And, unfortunately, because her and Jacqueline share a brain, I'm not sure how well this is going to pan out for her. You know, normally Jacqueline is there to kind of be Captain Save-A-Ho for her, even though she really doesn't do much of the saving. But, you know, being that Jacqueline is not a full castmate, she's not going to be sitting on the couch this whole time. She's not going to be the backup for Mia. So I'm really curious of what Mia is going to say with all of these allegations and things that have been said and put out in regards to this season. So this is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting.
You know, I want to bring up this really quickly because I saw also too that Karen, they were saying something about Karen need to straighten up her act or she's going to lose her job on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Let me tell you this. I will personally write Andy like 35,000 letters if they even try. If they even try to kick Karen off,
remove the Grand Dame.
You rated for Teresa Giudice. You canceled a whole season waiting for Teresa Giudice to come back, and she committed fraud. And if you think about it, committing fraud is more deliberate of an act. When you have, you know, a lot of people don't like to look at alcoholism as a disease. It's a disease. She needs help. She needs rehab. Right? She didn't steal from anybody. And yes, I do get it. She could have potentially killed herself and harmed others. Driving while under the influence is problematic. There have been many people that have died as a result of someone else being behind the wheel drunk. So I'm not taking that lightly. But there's a lot of criminals from Bravo that they glorify. Like you still got Erica Jane on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and her husband stole from people. So they gotta miss me with the BS. They are still looking at what's the name? Shaw from the Real Housewives. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They can't wait till she finished her sentence so they could get her back out there. So the fact that because Karen had a DUI, DWI, or whatever, and they talk about she could lose her job, I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
But why? We got 99,000 criminals. Listen, Phaedra, and I like Phaedra, but Apollo is back on the TV and he done get jail time and he stole from the elderly. Come on, Shannon Dubar, Boudar, all of them, and she had an alcohol problem. They brought back what's the name sister from Beverly Hills, and she had a whole alcohol problem. Like, y'all gotta miss me with the nonsense. Now I'm not doing all of that with them. When I saw that article, I couldn't even do it because it pissed me off so bad. I'm like, I wish she would lose her job over this. Whether she got to do a month, 12 months, community service, sweeping the ground, the park grounds, I don't give a darn. Karen needs to keep her job. But anyway, I'm sorry.
No, she does. I totally agree. I'm glad you went into that because we got to keep it fair across the board. If we're going to do it for one, we got to do it for everybody. No matter the share, the color, the shape, nothing. One got away with it. Everybody needs to continue getting their check. So I totally agree with you. But this has been, as we said, season 9, episode 12, Shake the Devil Off, okay? Shake off the devil of the Real Housewives of Potomac. As we give our final thoughts and opinions, we would love for you to leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section, rating this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. Please leave those down in the comment section, and then after we give our final thoughts, we will go through those ratings of this episode. On to your final thoughts and opinions on episode 12.
Yeah, Shake the Devil Off, honey. I loved it. And I will say that I'm going to give this episode let me see. Should I give it an 8? I think I'm going to give I think I'm going to give it an 8. I think it had a good mix of ebbs and flows in it. I like the way they went to the villa. I like the conversation they had on the Sprint. I like the way the rooms were divvied out. I like the conversation at dinner because you know Cameron is just over the top. Not you about to call and see if you could get her a charge for trespassing. Listen, Jacqueline looked real concerned too. She was like, well,
she took them charges serious, okay?
Yes, she did. He said, well, Karen, I just want to let you know I apologize. I apologize. The word trespassing too. I apologize for trespassing at your home. Jacqueline was shooketh, okay? She was shook over that. She did not take that lightly. She was like, I apologize. So
Look.
yeah, I give it an 8. I loved it. I had no
Mm.
problems with the episode. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm giving it an 8 as well. I love the way we mixed in the family scenes this episode with the children and getting ready for the trip. You know, the ending of the Love Lagoon episode is really what did it for me. And the dinner scene, the first dinner scene with at Panama, that is what did it for me. Those two scenes were just everything to me. The conversations that needed to be had were had. You know, Giselle, let's hold, you know, Mia to the same standard that we held Wendy to. You know, keep the same energy. Let's keep that going. You know, Karen, she did her OG thing. She came through and let the girls know I will be pressing charges. And, you know, I'm looking into it. They are pending. Don't worry about it. You will get your paper in the mail when it's ready. So, you know, Karen came through and did her grand dame thing. You know, shout out to Wendy. You have been an amazing host this episode. You know, I love the bags with the ladies' names on it. I thought that was a really nice touch, you know, to giving those to the ladies. So overall, this was an 8 for me. Really, really good. Everybody clocked in this episode. They're doing their thing. You know, I'm curious to see where this relationship is going to go with Ashley and Josh. Like you said, I don't really think Josh is really into the kids, but I really think that he's into Ashley as a woman.
Yes.
And so I'm curious to see, you know, where that's going to go and how that's going to work out for them. So this was a really good episode. Let's see. Anything else?
No, loved it.
Okay. Excellent. Katrina gave it a 7. Claire gave it a 7. Kay gave it an 8. Let's see. I would love to give it an 8, but she called out Fashion Nova. I'm so dead. Listen, you know, I don't shop at Fashion Nova personally, but I have heard that their stuff, you know, it can be a little cheap sometimes. You know, it could, you know, you get to wear it's. They say that it's like H&M. To me, H&M, you wear it one time, you throw it in the trash. Okay, you can't wash it. You can't.
Not it will not stand the wash test. I cannot.
You don't wash it. You just wear it and you let it go. Okay, so yes, Juanita is giving it an 8. Mimi is giving it an 8 as well. Well, it seemed like everybody really enjoyed this episode as we did. We thank you guys so much for joining us. Shout out to the replay crew. Those of you who go back and watch after we are off, we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh no, you didn't. Listen, baby, I gotta speak the truth, okay? That's just what the people said. I'm just telling you what the people said. Now, I personally don't shop with them. Have you ever bought anything on Fashion Nova?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No. You know what? Honestly, Roya, I'm not a big online shopper unless I know the store. Because then you get it and then it's all messed up. It's raggedy. And then you got to go through hoops and send it back,
to
take
return it. Yeah, no.
I'm not deep for all that. I need to know what I'm getting, and I'll shop. Yes. I do online shopping at the stores I know. Mm-hmm.
That is true. I like to touch and feel. You know, I like to see with my eyes. You know, in real time. You know, so I totally agree with you on that. Well, as I stated earlier in the episode, we are recapping mini shows. We have recapped The Braxton. So if you missed that, make sure you go back and watch that. I know it's been off for a while, but we love the support. So make sure you go back and watch and like those videos. We have recapped Tia Mowry, My Next Act. We're going to finish those last 2 episodes this coming week. We have been recapping Married to Medicine, which has been off the chain this season. So make sure you go back and catch those replays as well. And then The Real Housewives of Potomac, we're recapping that as well. So make sure you're hitting the like button on each of those videos. We appreciate you guys' love and support. We do go back and read the comment section, so feel free to comment down below on those videos. Make sure you are subscribed to Chronicles of the Gray-Haired Diva. She is live mostly every night at 8 p.m. for trending topics. So make sure you get over there and subscribe and hit that notification bell on all. In this new year, I will be back doing videos daily. So make sure you hit your notification bell and subscribe to Royaire's World. Stay tuned for everything we got going on our channels. We will next year be doing a once a month trending topics on the hottest topics from that month. So make sure you join us for that as well. I believe that is it. Merry Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. I hope you guys enjoyed time with friends and family as we are preparing for this new year. You know, stay hopeful, stay happy, stay blessed. We love y'all. Take time on Ashley Braxton post. Oh.
Yeah, who's Ashley Braxton?
I don't know.
Naturally, D, you got to tell us who is that?
Yeah.
And what did the post say? I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Hold on. Let me see.
Okay. I'm Royaire gonna look it up and see if we got a comment real quick. Did you give us the right name?
Ashley Braxton. Okay, this is somebody. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I don't know. Global event. Okay, I don't know.
Daughter, the brother's daughter.
The brother's what brother?
Yeah, what brother?
Michael, the niece.
Michael's daughter.
Okay. Michael Braxton, the brother. Are we talking about Michael Braxton?
The niece of the Braxton. Well, now y'all got me. What happened? What did she say?
Let's see. I thought she passed away. Didn't his daughter pass away?
I don't know.
See, Michael? There was a daughter. He had a daughter that Tracy was really close with. And remember, before Tracy passed away, the niece passed away, and she was really struggling with grieving and stuff like that. Okay, well, I'm not gonna give a comment until I have full details on this story. So we'll have to look.
We have to do a trending topics and talk about that. We got to look into it. Naturally, D, and thank you for telling us.
Email Diva if you got an article. Email Diva that article or whatever you have, so that we can look into this and we can see what's going on.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is his other daughter.
He said that's
2
his
days ago.
Daughter. Whose other daughter? Wrong niece. All right, we're gonna look into it.
Yeah, naturally, email Diva. Whatever.
Let me put my email in this chat up.
Okay. Yeah.
This
is very interesting. Unfortunately, it's not uncommon. I hate to say that. It's not uncommon.
That's the unfortunate part.
But
that's sad. You are right.
Saying that the niece was involved with her man. Girl, get me off this live. We love y'all. We appreciate
y'all. Y'all giving us too much now. I gotta go look into this now. Woo!
Hit the like button on both channels. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe and turn your notification bell on all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And stay tuned. We may be back later on this evening.
Maybe. Yes. She was 16. Naturally, D. Oh my God. Yeah, listen, every time we try to get off, you throw one more thing in there. I could not. Oh my God. I'm gonna look it up. We gotta look it up. All right, y'all. Good night. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.